Hey, everybody. Welcome to the live stream, our daily touch base on Martinis with Scott, episode 117. Hope everybody's doing well. See if anybody's going to join us live with any questions or comments or things you want me to address. We just do this daily touch base, as our regular listeners know. So last night, 6 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Mountain, where I am at the moment, we did our 1 hour Clubhouse, and we talked for a full hour with a really, really interesting panel, room guests, whatever we call that on Clubhouse. I don't even know, such a new app for me anyways. We talked about accountability forever, and we didn't get to any accountability in your business and being an entrepreneur, being a leader, and being accountable to yourself and holding your employees accountable, being accountable to your employees. And what we didn't get to was a number of my other topics. I just wanted to cover something I had written on my notes, was to receive and to throw around some ideas on how to do a business pitch if you're a wannabe. Not if you're a wannabe, that's not what I'm trying to say. If you're an entrepreneur and you're launching a new business and you're trying to pitch for capital, if you're pitching a customer, if you're pitching anybody on anything, I think that there's some tips that I can give you right now that may help you craft a better presentation. So the first thing I want to talk about on a pitch is how long that pitch would be. We were struggling on Clubhouse last night with introductions on the moderators, because we had, I think, 7 moderators. So by the time everybody spent, a minute and a half, 2 minutes on their introduction and who they were, all of a sudden, 10, 12 minutes of our 1 hour room was already taken up. So that was a mistake on my part as the organizer of this, but it's, it kind of hammers home the pitch thing. How long should your pitch be? If somebody says, hey, what do you do for a living? Hey, tell me about your business, and you want to give what they call an elevator pitch. Well, what does that mean? How long should it be? And can you say enough in a minute? Does it need to be 5 minutes? If you want to talk to somebody about your business, should there be slides? You need to send them a deck first. How does all that work? Well, an easy way to think about it, in my view, is think about you needing three pitches, not one pitch, but 3 separate pitches, okay? And they're different. But the easy way to think about it is you need oh, look at that. I'm getting a grilled cheese delivery live on stream on YouTube. Do you want to say hello?
No.
No? Okay. Thank you very much. That looks amazing. The way to think about that, let me get my train of thought back and get it off the grilled cheese. The way to think about this is you want a 30-second pitch. Okay, and your 30 seconds could be 45 seconds, but no more than 60 seconds, somewhere between, say, 15 and 45 seconds. You want the 30-second pitch, the elevator pitch, right? Number 2 is you want the 3-minute pitch. Again, don't get hung up on the 3 minutes, but don't turn that into 5 minutes. Okay, it could be 1 minute, could be 2 minutes, could be 4 minutes. I call it the 3-minute pitch. And then you want your long pitch, your long form pitch, which would usually have a deck and slides associated with it. And, I always think about that as a 5 to 10 minute pitch, certainly not a 20-minute pitch. No one cares that much about you, right? So I think of it as the 30-second, the 3-minute, and the 5-minute or 5 to 10 minute pitch. So let me give an example. So in my business at Sinclair Range, I might pitch 2 different groups of people. One, geez, that grilled cheese smells really good. This might be a short show. 2 separate groups of people. One would be people that investors that want to invest with Sinclair Range to partner on some sort of troubled company. I might be pitching a prospect, a troubled company like a Navani, for example. You've seen on the Martinis with Scott show, but some company that's in trouble and we want to do business with them. We want to help them get out of their trouble. I might be pitching even further. I might be pitching a banker who has special loans accounts on their books and is looking for ways to get out of their books. They might want to sell them to me. So I need to think about my 30-second, my 3-minute, my 5-minute pitch accordingly. And and let's just focus on a customer, a client of mine, a target of mine. Let's say that you are a troubled business and I run into you in the elevator, proverbial elevator, or at a conference, or you call me up. Hey, Scott, what do you do for a living? Who are you? Here's my situation. I run a manufacturing firm. I'm in significant trouble. What do you do? Well, my 30-second pitch is I help people like you. I buy troubled companies, I lend to troubled companies, and I advise or consult to troubled companies, including stepping in as an officer or director of your company, all with the view to getting you out of the trouble that you're in and rescuing and creating value. That's it. That's the 30-second pitch, okay? It's clear. It says what I do, but it says what I do in the context of your problem, like helping you. You're looking for someone to get you out of trouble. You're looking for someone to invest in you or lend you some more money. You're looking to create value. Okay, that was a direct hit on you. Now, if I want to make that, if you said to me, oh, that's really interesting, tell me more. Now I can move into my 3-minute pitch, okay? And what would I add to what I just said? I already said that I lend, as I buy troubled companies and fix them. I lend to troubled companies, and I consult to troubled companies. And in all those scenarios, I'm helping to fix, get you out of the trouble that you're in, move you from here to there, and create, rescue and create shareholder value. Well, what might I add to that for my 3 minutes? Well, I might add, I've been doing this 30 years. We are the number 1. I'm Canadian. And a lot of my work has been in Canada, although I've done this in 27 countries, I believe, in the last 7-10 years. But we are the number 1 brand in Canada for mid-market and smaller businesses for rescuing them. We're not conflicted in the sense that we're not licensed trustees, so we're not a receiver in waiting, we're not a monitor in waiting. We succeed when you succeed as a going concern. That's how we make the big bucks. Okay, and whereas you might talk to our competitors, well, they're all accounting firms. They're either accounting firms which have a built-in conflict of interest because being the receiver is a better gig for them than helping you succeed as a going concern and saving your company, and or they're one-off individuals, the CRO types, chief restructuring officers, who can jump in and try to fix your company, but they don't have a firm behind them. They don't have investment bankers. They don't have that. They can't raise the money and do the restructuring. They all have individual skill sets, which are great, but they're not a firm. All right. And we consider ourselves a SWAT team that can rappel into your business and fix your problems. And then we can leave. Or we can, if we buy it, we could just own it. Okay. So there I've expanded my 30 seconds to my 3 minutes. And at that point, if you'd say, okay, let's have a meeting and tell me more. I don't do a 10-minute or 5 or 10-minute pitch because I don't like them. I refuse. For 30 years, I've refused to do presentations. If somebody says to me, hey, come and give us a presentation and we'll decide whether they're going to hire you, I just say no, because that just means I don't have a relationship with that person. I'd rather spend my time on people that I have a relationship with because I have a better chance of closing that deal. So I would say no, but if you're forced into a position where you need to do a 5-10 minute pitch, this is where you want to have 3 to 5 slides, no more, because then it just becomes boring for people. And you want to get into some detail. If I were absolutely forced to doing, but the detail should be a story. It should be something compelling. Okay. What you don't want to do, what I don't want to do, and what a lot of my competitors would do in the 30-second, 3-minute pitch that I just gave you, is they start off with, oh, Sinclair Range was founded in 4 years ago, and in fact has a predecessor firm called Range Corporate Advisors that operated, and then there was, for 7 years, and there was a merger of entities, and we came up with this, and we have the greatest professionals. I'm a chartered accountant, and we've got a bunch of investment bankers. I would talk, what most people would do is talk about themselves and not relate that to your problem. You don't want to do any of that. What if I were going to expand my 3 minutes into the 5 minutes or 10 minutes, I would tell a story. I would say I started a turnaround 2 years ago, for example, in the food business, which was a good mid-market manufacturing company. And the founder of this was experiencing, not the founder, sorry, the owner who had acquired the business was experiencing significant stress because he was tens of millions of dollars invested into this business and it was losing substantial money at the EBITDA level. And within 1 year, so we were hired as CRO or CTO, Chief Transformation Officer. In 1 year, I was able to come in and my team was able to rappel in, the SWAT team, and affect change in that organization and completely change the culture. And in 1 year, we went from hugely negative EBITDA to positive EBITDA, all audited, all legit. Now, the EBITDA we created in 1 year was not enough. There had to be more work, but we built the foundation for this person to be profitable and get out of the problem. And you know what happened? The owner of this business not only saw a light at the end of the tunnel for recovering the money and the investment that he had in this business, but he bought a new house. He had his third baby. He was able to go golfing and take some vacations. The weight of the world was lifted off this person's shoulders, okay? And in the context of me pitching to you because you're a troubled business owner, that's how I would expand what I'm trying to say. I would turn it into a story. Here's a couple of final tips before I jump on this grilled cheese that was so kindly brought to me. You want to right off the bat, the very first thing you want to do in any pitch is you want your listener to participate. If you ask somebody to do something for you, something small, they're engaged in the conversation. For example, how would I do in my 30-second pitch to get you to participate? I could say, what do you do for a living, Scott? Hey, picture in your mind a SWAT team rappelling to fix a major problem. That's what we do, except we do it for business. We parachute in, we fix trouble. We do it by buying the company, by lending to the company, or consulting to the company, and we rescue and create shareholder value. See, I've asked you to participate in that 30-second pitch or the 3-minute pitch or the 5-minute pitch by just picturing something in your mind. Here's another way I could have done it. What do I do for a living? Picture a private equity investor in your business, except that I don't use anybody else's money, so I can be completely flexible. And I'm not forced to create an exit in 5 to 7 years like every other PE fund is. So when you picture PE in your mind, I've asked you to do something, you're picturing it, and you're picturing somebody professional, someone who's coming in to help you, partner with you to grow value. So those are all good things. And then I take away the negative, which is you're going to be forced to sell your business 5 years from now. It's rigid and inflexible, okay? And I take that away. I like the SWAT team better, but there's another way. I can ask you to do something, which is picture in your head. And now you're vested. And the beauty, the second part that makes the SWAT team or the PE idea beautiful, I think, is the second thing you want to do after you get them to participate is you want to paint a picture so that there's literally a visual in the mind of your listener. And creating the SWAT team idea or the PE fellow amended idea covers the two birds with one stone, asks you to participate, and it also paints a picture, a visual in your mind, which is way more persuasive than anything else. All right, those are the points I wanted to raise on improving your pitch. Any questions, comments, please leave them in the notes. I can address them tomorrow, or you know how to find me on LinkedIn. What else can I tell you? Hope you have a great day. Please subscribe on YouTube, hit the like button and subscribe. Take care.